Hey guys, how we doing? So I'm playing Sheltered Pass today. A little bit of a guide video on how you should probably be approaching it. Now it's a map a lot like Equal Footing, where players are probably going to try and rush one another early on with the barracks and apply a bit of pressure. Though it is still a reasonable map for actually going for a fast town center if you can get away with it, and then transitioning into quick cavalry depending on the matchup. So right now, just sort of opening up, taking all my hunts, having a look and seeing where all my gold is, where all my chokes are, and unlike Sheltered Pass, unlike Equal Footing, there's a lot of chokes on the map, in the mid-map, so you're going to see them in a sec, but for now, I'm just sort of going to continue to greedily scout, a bit of a macro scout here. Found a second and a third hunt already. There's often 4 or even up to 5, but sometimes if you're unlucky there's only 3 over your side of the map. So I'm working towards this barracks and getting a hunting dogs, a storehouse behind it. A little bit slow with me barracks here. That's all good. But yeah guys, you can already see these cliff formations. So there's chokes here. There's usually sort of 2 to 3 here in the middle. And there's 1 here over the side as well. And that goes for both players. Just to show you as well. There's often a gold or a stone mine that spawns here in the middle as well, so it can often be the tipping point there. Being able to secure that in the mid to late game, in tight games as well, where both players are sort of spent out for the most part. Keep that in mind. Yeah, so don't do this. Play with rotated camera. I haven't, for some reason mine isn't functioning. I've never been able to figure out why. All these guys over here, so it is oftentimes useful to actually just click that if you're lazy and not all that good with control groups, rather than trying to just like box select individual workers out. If you only really need to select them like off 1 resource and they're clumped on 2, it's a little big brain thing you can do. Oh no, I'm retarded. You can always use your infantry to do this as well. But anyway, I need to start applying some pressure here. Like I said, there's these little chokes here on both sides, so these are often walled up and the game ends up being quite turtley compared to compared to Equal Footing or Ghost Lake. If it's allowed to get on to later age 2 or early age 3 in the very least. Let me transition to another hunt, and I haven't taken hunting dogs yet, so I'll do that as well. And yeah, it's a good idea to make sure you actually scout your opponent's hunts, like the AI in this case hasn't actually gone for that, he's gone for berries. I'm just gonna raid him. Anyway, not lose the scouts. Age up behind this as well, and yeah, I'm working towards my second town center as well, so make sure you're always doing that as well guys. Good macro play actually wins games regardless of what map it is. Yeah, Mountain Crossing, not Mountain Crossing, Sheltered Pass Couple of golds around the outside of the map. Hunts, a little bit randomly spawn, but there's usually like sort of one up the front here on either side of your base. Another one or two over here, and then one or two or three around your base. And it's important to try and lock down this mid-map early on. And the longer the game goes on, the more important walls become on maps like this and maps like Mountain Crossing, because it's very, very easy to spend on it. Like these chokes will act as a natural wall. As long as you wall off this, and this whole half the map is pretty much secure, and vice versa for the other side. So yeah guys, that's just a bit of a little guide video for Sheltered Pass.